Hi, kids. Okay, number 11. Greatest films of all time. Godfather 2, 1974. So it feels a little weird doing Godfather 2. I haven't done Godfather 1 yet. You know what that means. So, Godfather 2, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. By the way, do you like 1 or 2 better? I'll ask this question again in the 1 video. Um, I go back and forth because I think 1 is a complete story. That story is kind of finished. Michael's storyline in this is kind of what is implied at the end of Godfather would happen. Not that there isn't great story beats and stories in this film. The stuff with Fredo is great, and Kay and the abortion. Those are those are memorable parts of this story. So I don't know, feels unnecessary, but also very good. I go back and forth which one I like better. Anyways, so directed by Francis Ford Coppola, starring Al Pacino, Robert Duvall, Diane Keaton, Robert De Niro, Talia Shire, Jean Cassell, and Lee Strasberg. So great, great cast. Most of those are returnees from 1, except for Lee Strasberg and Robert De Niro. De Niro had auditioned for the first Godfather, didn't get it. Impressed Coppola enough. And of course, there was the group of Hollywood brats at this time, Coppola and Scorsese and Spielberg and De Palma, and they have all kind of worked together. I think De Niro first worked with De Palma before working with Scorsese, and then eventually Coppola. Um, so this was a long shoot, a 9-month shoot. Um, so basically, right at the release of The Godfather. Godfather was, when it was released, the highest grossing film of all time at that date. So, of course, the studio and everybody wants to make another one. Mario Puzo had not written another novel, but definitely wanted to now. There's money in it. So he and Coppola both make the same claim that they wanted to tell the story of Michael and Vito, father and son, at the same age in their life, and kind of contrast the two storylines, tell them at the same time. There is part of some of the Vito stuff in the first Godfather novel that they didn't put in that film that ends up in this film. So it's about half the Godfather 2 novel is Godfather 2. The rest is what Coppola came up with. So yeah, Coppola just basically expanded on what was there. And based on his experience directing the first Godfather, which wasn't an enjoyable experience, uh, Coppola did not want to direct Godfather 2. He asked Scorsese about it. He asked the studio if Scorsese could direct it. Scorsese wasn't really that interested. And the studio definitely didn't want Scorsese. Say, why would the studio not want Scorsese? Well, at this point, during production, 1973, Scorsese isn't really that big of a name yet. When this film starts production, Mean Streets is just released, so also starring De Niro. So De Niro and Scorsese hadn't yet made their name yet, so Scorsese wasn't a surefire thing. Coppola directed the first one, it's more of a surefire thing. So stick with the horse that got you there. He's a horse. Um, anyways, so um, James Caan appears again in this film. So there's the birthday flashback scene. James Caan, he said he would appear, but only if he gets paid the exact same rate he did for the first Godfather film. So he got paid for that one film or that one scene the same he did for the entire previous film. And Brando was supposed to appear in the flashback scene, just didn't show up. So I don't think he got paid for that. And then, of course, there is the part of Hyman Roth in this film, played by Lee Strasberg. Hyman Roth based on Meyer Lansky. If you know anything about the mafia and history, interesting guy. Originally, Coppola met with Elia Kazan, director of On the Waterfront, on this list. He wanted Kazan to play the part. Kazan wasn't interested. Pacino said, "Hey, how about Strasberg?" Strasberg at the time was retired, came out of retirement to play the part. Okay, so Godfather 2 just misses the top 10 on this list. BFI 2012 list, it was number 31 on the critics list, number 30 on the directors list. In 2022, last year, it was number 26 on the directors list, not in the top 100 according to the critics. On IMDb, according to you, it is the fourth best ranked film on there, number 4. And then American Film Institute, their 98 list, it was number 32. And when they redid that list in 2007, it was number 32. Consistent. Okay, yeah. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe.